Hi, this is DEDMan. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID. Or a fake one.
All said and done, it's gonna come down to a handful of decisions we make out here.
Well, who we are has always been defined by what we do. How is this different from any other time?
Out here, our choices affect not only our lives, but the lives of all the people we've sworn to protect.
Hello everyone, quick note before we start. Some of you may be wondering, hey DEDMan, what's this? Shouldn't Mass Effect 3 be the next EGA video coming out? And normally you'd be right. However, I wanted to try something new by including movies based on games and movies with stories set in the same universe as the games. For most of these movies, it's not necessary to watch them to get the full understanding of the story, and in this case, it wasn't super necessary to tell this specific story, but I do like this movie, and I think it's a great side story and expands on Vega's character and motivations, especially since he was just kind of there at the start of Mass Effect 3. Anyway, without further delay, let's get into everything great about Mass Effect Paragon Lost. Always a fan of seeing developer and publisher logos in the style of the game, or in this case, movie. Having Paragon Lost open up to the cluster Fel Prime is located in is a stunning first shot for the movie.
All said and done, it's gonna come down to a handful of decisions we make out here.
Well, who we are has always been defined by what we do.
That's a fairly decent synopsis for the series as a whole. Getting to actually see the mass relay jump is wonderful.
Out here, our choices affect not only our lives, but the lives of all the people we've sworn to protect. We can only hope we make the right ones.
That's a great representation of how Shepard feels during the course of the trilogy, making choices and hoping it's the best choice for everyone. Joshua Mosley and David S. Cates did a fantastic job with the score, making it sound just like Jack Walls from the games. It's made very clear right away that Vega is a huge fanboy of the Normandy and Shepard, which makes his choice at the end of the movie all the more tragic. Always a fan of the panning around the team, with them giving visual cues of their particular talents.
Oh yeah, looking good in that armor, Camille. You know, nothing gets me hot like seeing you go commando.
Flirting.
Seriously? Careful, Essex, you're gonna make your hand jealous.
With a big side of snappy responses.
No worries, babe, she's your second biggest fan, and she knows how to party.
Let that be a lesson to you. Don't grope asses without permission.
And strike 50. Well, whatever else happens today, at least we can't get shot down any worse than that, am I right?
Does Command usually wait for the last possible minute to tell us who the enemy is, sir? Seems weird.
Well, everyone seems to have their heads up their asses when Shepard talks to them, so yeah, that sadly seems normal enough.
Damn, Vega, sucks for you that Shepard's dead. You two would have made a really cute couple.
You think I'm ashamed to show respect for someone who saved billions of lives? I'm proud to follow that example. Laugh it up all you want, pretty boy. I know who my heroes are.
I love that Vega doesn't resort to name-calling or pulling rank or anything else, but firmly defends his position, and I can agree with that.
Then we insert ourselves between the enemy and their objective, and vigorously negotiate their defeat.
And when I got to them, we went into aggressive negotiations.
Also, I just really want to take a minute to appreciate Production IG. Their animation is phenomenal, and they've translated everything about the universe into their animated style.
Get off our lawn, you dirty space turtles!
That's racist. Hilarious, but racist.
Holy crap, I never realized just how brutal Varian could be.
Our pilot is so fired.
Yeah? Well, I got one better for you. I quit.
A Krogan never turns down a chance for glory on the battlefield, so I'm gonna go out there and give them what they want, which should buy the two of you enough time to move around and flank them.
Using knowledge of your enemies to your advantage.
Nikki, where's my tactical?
It's coming in now, sir.
Awesome use of an engineer's VI.
Here. Catch. I won't be needing it. Hey! That's no way to treat a lady!
Chivalry?
You are brave, you must die with honor.
Yeah! Hit him with the overload!
Now you die.
You first!
Vega tried to go out like a badass, and that's commendable as hell.
Unlike you, a fighter to the bitter end.
Respect for your fellow warrior.
You alright, Vega?
I don't know what Milk was using, but damn, it obliterated a Krogan with one headshot. I need one of those.
I think I pretty much drained my power cell. Yeah, maybe one more good shot if I'm lucky.
That's a fun thing to see since we're in a movie medium rather than a game one. It doesn't really get talked about much, but amps have a limited supply, same as thermoclips do. It's just interesting to see it actually being shown off.
Vega, hell of a battle there, son. That's the kind of leadership I'd expect from a veteran.
It was the training, sir.
Don't sell us that crap. I never taught you that kind of soldiering, and you know it.
Humility.
Alright, it's all yours. Let's get this baby unloaded.
Vic Mignogna is always a win.
First a cannon, now full-on military-grade barriers. Seem like overkill to anybody else? I mean, we haven't seen a hostile in, what, 2 years? And they got us tricked out to take on a whole fleet.
You never know when the a random enemy may show up. It never hurts to be prepared.
Just wasting their time. My gun already packs all the firepower this place needs.
Please, I've seen your gun, Essex. Hate to be the one to break it to you, but not that big.
Ready for duty? Attention.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant.
Okay, then you'll need this. Welcome to Delta Squadron, Private.
Considering I know what happens, yeah, this is painful to watch.
Hey, Tria. Hi.
Lieutenant? Why you always gotta stare at her like that?
She's an Asari. Enough said.
Seriously, I don't get it. What's he seeing her anyway?
You kidding me? You got eyes, don't you? Everybody's crazy for some blue.
Exactly what I said. They really captured the feel of the Mako, that's for sure. I'm getting sick just looking at it.
Just think of it. Civilization as we know it depends entirely on the mass effect fields created by the exposure of element 0 to electrical current, transportation, communication, even those weapons of which you're so fond.
A nice summary of how the mass relays and Mass Effect fields work.
Dr. Nuwani, it's good to see you.
It's a pity it's not Ali Hillis voicing her, but I'm always glad to see Liara.
So talking starships ate your space mechanics.
It's an oversimplification of events, but yes.
I respect Dr. Tassoni and her contributions to the field, but the fact remains that none of the major civilizations have any record of the Reaper's existence. The truth is, she's become obsessed with them, to the detriment of her career and her professional reputation. She has been regarded as little more than a conspiracy theorist ever since she ran off with your Commander Shepard.
I get it from the outside looking in, but if you respect Liara as much as you do, shouldn't you give her the benefit of the doubt?
Move it, people! Go! Everyone, get to the vault!
So yeah, like I said in my Mass Effect 2 video, it's much more horrifying watching the Seeker Swarms up close and personal. Yep, okay, the collectors have definitely adopted the shoot first, ask questions later rules of engagement.
We go out there now, we just get ourselves killed. There'll be a chance to help them, but we have got to be smart.
I like that even though James is a meathead, he is at his best when he's in battle, not taking any unnecessary risks, and can actually think tactically.
We saw him carrying people off in those pod things. Question is, what for?
Gotta be for some kind of experiments or something, you think?
Yeah, or maybe for food.
I mean, both of those are kinda right.
Flyboy, you light up the fuel stores to draw them away from us, then you run like hell. Got it?
Shit, I'm gonna quit for real this time.
The rest of us will move up along the maintenance scaffolds. Milk, I'm counting on you to watch our backs.
I always love when media talks out the plan and shows us the plan in real time.
Hang on to me!
It really is great that Vega is a protector through and through.
Essex, you dumbass, get in here! You're stepping all over my big moment! Come on, man. Just trying to look cool before I die.
Self-sacrifice. Even if it is for vanity.
A file on our new friend. He's one of the reasons security's been beefed up around here. According to the Alliance, Mesner's been spying on us and reporting back to his employer, aka Cerberus.
Of course you were. Dang, Cerberus, gotta ruin everything.
Do you think I made the wrong decision back there, Tria?
I think you did what any good leader would do. There was no right choice, so you made what you thought was the best choice.
An appropriate line that describes the choice systems in the games. Sure, Shepard can act like a dick, but that doesn't necessarily make it the wrong choice.
Camille. That you? Cammy?
Wait! Mason!
Somehow I never noticed that the Praetorians were an amalgamation of husks, so this scene just retroactively made them about 1,000 times more terrifying.
You said you can get us off this planet. You ready to make good?
I had a ship hidden nearby. As far as I know, it's still there.
He's lying. We can't trust him.
We have to trust him, Tria. We've got nothing to lose. If he can't help us, everyone dies. Him too.
That's actually not a bad idea. Like I said, Vega knows what he's doing when it comes to tactical decisions.
You spared my life 2 years ago, Vega. I repay my debts.
Repaying your debts.
Vega!
Self-sacrifice. Dang, there's a lot of these, aren't there?
What the hell? Hey, it's Essex!
Essex is alive. You know, for now.
So, what do we do now? We'll be lucky to get off the ground in this bucket.
Oh, she'll get off the ground. I guarantee that. I just won't promise how far she'll go.
Do you have any weapons?
What kind of a question is that? You're speaking to a Krogan. We live for weapons.
Weapons are part of my religion.
But I'm still calling this a suicide mission.
Well, it's not the suicide mission, but it's still pretty badass. Wait, would that be the Prothean language without a beacon or cipher translating for us?
I hate bugs on my windshield. Let's try a shortcut.
Wait, do you even know where you're going?
No! I just want to smash a few more walls!
Honesty.
Brood, take out that dry core!
On it!
Sorry, I can't let you do that.
What is it with this series and unceremoniously killing Krogans?
That artifact among the ruins. The one that jammed our long-range communications. You put that there. You were summoning them!
Another neat revelation brought about by this movie is how the collectors are drawn to the colonies for harvesting.
But to what end? What was Cerberus thinking?
Frankly, that we might learn something. And we have. Guilt trip me all you want. I've gathered data on their ships and weapons, ascertained their strengths and weaknesses. Hell, I even know about their home base, out beyond Omega-4 Relay. Just think of all the knowledge.
Wait, is that how we found out about the Collector homeworld? Oof, I feel sick knowing that now. Vega is a badass.
I'm finished, but maybe you could still use it to fight your way out. You freed me from that cage, Vega. It gave me the chance to die with honor in battle the way a Krogan should. For that, I owe you a debt I can never repay.
That just goes to show, even a hardened criminal can have a code of honor.
We've still got the antidote, too.
Wait, but we never took it.
So why didn't we stay paralyzed like the others?
Come on, man. Why you think our last drink tasted like shit?
You mean you just spiked it without telling us?
Seemed like a pretty smart move at the time.
Again, Vega is showing he's tactically smart during battle. It wasn't just one last drink before the suicide mission, but it actually helped in the high likelihood that they got hit with a swarm.
Will submit. You will ascend. And you will serve.
Actually getting to watch the Protheans turn into the Collectors is harrowing to say the least.
They're building Reapers out of our DNA.
Yeah, I bet you regret working with the Collectors now. Actually, seeing how Cerberus is in 3, I kinda doubt that.
Your usefulness has decreased to 0 human. You have allowed Alliance soldiers to threaten our mandate.
Just goes to show, when you work for the bad guys, you're gonna get the short end of the stick. Also comeuppance.
Incompetence cannot be tolerated. In addition to soldiers, you have allowed this Asari aboard our ship. She will taint our human material.
Don't like the blue chick? Fine, I'll throw her out for you.
Touch me, mister!
Damn, you went full-on nutball to save his own life.
You bitch! Give me that!
Good on Tria for grabbing the intel.
Adios.
In a world of biotics and lasers, sometimes you just gotta go back to chucking a knife at a dude.
Collect this!
You bitch!
Self-sacrifice. For real this time.
She's flying. Just take me with you. It's yours. Anything. I don't want to die. Not like this. No.
Comeuppance.
There's no time, Vega. You'll have to make a choice. And the loss of one is better than the alternative. One life in exchange for the lives of so many others. I know you'd try to save everyone if you could. But circumstances have made that impossible, I'm afraid. It's not your fault. I know you well enough to know you'll make the best choice. I understand.
Damn, I did not expect the ending to hit me this hard in my feels.
We understand that you found yourself facing a very difficult decision, Lieutenant. And you chose to rescue a single civilian carrying intel on these collectors at the costs of hundreds of colonists' lives.
We don't envy you that position, son. This intel will not only help us stop the collectors in the short term, but in the long term, it will aid humanity with ship and weapons technology.
You also proved the effectiveness of an antidote that will protect our people against the collector swarms. In short, you're a hero.
Vega made the best choice he could at the time, but it's just so tragic his choice was rendered irrelevant by Shepard, hence him going from a fanboy to being a bit spiteful towards her at the end. Shit. Hence him going from. Fuck. Hence him going from a fanboy to being a bit spiteful towards her at the start of Mass Effect 3.
That's April's.
You're gonna protect us if the bad guys come back. Is it true? Are you gonna...
How can we let this...
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's a pretty painfully accurate reaction to PTSD mixed with survivor's guilt.
This is Alliance Marine Private April, reporting for duty, sir. Hoorah! It's too big for me. Here.
That is both adorable and extremely heartbreaking. So yeah, I thought I'd try something new. Since Paragon Lost is canon to the story, I figured I'd try to cover it. I'll start off by saying, man, do I miss tie-in movies. Granted, it doesn't always work, but if you can make a movie that's set in the universe of a game without making it essential to watch, then I feel like you've done it right, since I'm sure the majority of people won't watch an hour and a half of a movie, when you can just talk to Vega in Mass Effect 3 for like 5 minutes and get his whole story. Regardless of all that, it is a fun movie to watch and elaborates on Vega's character. I never really liked Vega all that much in my initial playthrough, but then for the first time this year, I actually watched Paragon Lost. I'd had it in my collection for years, but never got around to watching it, but I'm glad I finally did. I got a better appreciation for Vega and why he was so spiteful to Shepard at the beginning of Mass Effect 3. It was also a nice touch added to have a Renegade/Paragon choice for Vega. It's kinda like being on the outside looking in, since we have no bearing on the story, and his always ends the same way. Sure, there were a few other things they could have covered instead of Vega, but I like this as it is. What would have been really cool is if we had gotten a small anthology movie, giving us a little more insight on squad mates in the 5 months between 2 and 3. I'm going to take this time to say thank you for watching me stumble my way through trying to cover a movie. I plan on making this a regular occurrence with video game movies, and while I don't have a set schedule for those, I can tell you for sure that I'm covering the Dead Space movies when I play that series. There were a few scheduling issues this time, but next time I plan on having my regular artist Scott Specs and semi-regular artist Asmirth join me with future movies. Possibly going to do a commentary track, but we'll see how that goes down. Thank you for watching, and try not to die out there.
No! I did this! I made the choice! I abandoned them to die!
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.